I've got another amazing pistol here I want to show you guys. This is going to be something that all my fellow CCW holders are going to love because this is the perfect carry pistol. So the first thing that I'm going to do is safety check it. I'm going to check out the magazine. The Kimber magazine holds 7 rounds for 45 ACP 1911. I'm not a big fan of the Kimber magazines, so we won't even discuss that one. But this is empty. Okay. This is an amazing carry pistol. This 1911 right here is a lightweight frame, so it's not the stainless steel, and the blacked out slide reel. I believe the lightweight frame takes off about 7 ounces, so this thing feels so amazing in your hands. I mean, it has a great feel just to hold, but carrying it is going to be very comfortable, and it's all black, so it's timeless. It's not going to go out of style. It's going to match every outfit. It's going to get the job done. So the action on this thing is absolutely beautiful. There's a little bit of wiggle room, which I prefer, and then it just breaks. I mean, that's got to be a 3.5 or a 4 pound trigger. I don't have the trigger pull measuring system to pull it and know for sure, but if you've seen my previous video with the Ed Brown and the Wilson Combat, then you know I have experience with 3.5 pound triggers, and it feels the exact same. So aside from the lightweight frame and the beautiful pitch black nature of it, you have a lot of things that make this extremely user friendly. So I'm just going to go around it here. It's got the G10 grips, and it's I like the style of them. I love the double diamond and the checkering on this. It's just a very classic, simple look. It's not very abrasive, so I'm holding it. I can feel that I have a good grip. I know I could shoot this thing for hours, but it's not tearing my hands apart. It's not so aggressive that I'm regretting it. So I don't even think I'll be changing these out. I'll probably just keep it stock how it came. The checkering on the back, let me see if I can make this camera work better, but you can see there it's very clean, very nicely done. It tapers in, it doesn't have any rough edges, so there's no, sawing action happening to your hands. And then they did not checker the front, so I'm not 100% sure how I feel about that. I can tell you that it feels comfortable, feels amazing. It's a carry pistol, so it's going to help prevent rubbing on my leather and on my clothes and my skin, so I can appreciate that. I will take this to the range and do a video there, and we'll see how I feel once my hands get sweaty, which we all know happens even after just one clip or one magazine. So also, beaver tail. Okay, it rides high. I like it. It's got a nice, if you follow that line across, you can grip this thing, as high as you need to. And the safety, it's in there. I mean, you can't hear it shaking at all. Okay, this is a Kimber here. This thing compares to custom guns. So the same guy that brought you the Wilson Combat and the Ed Brown is the same guy bringing you a Kimber, so you know it's a good gun. I don't buy crap. I also like 1911s, you guys know that, but I have others. These are just my favorite. So it's got a nice tight fit. You can see that it might have some wear marks in there. And I don't care about that stuff. These guns are designed for shooting, so I don't mind that the fit is so good that it has some wear marks. I'd rather that than have this thing rattling like crazy, and we've all had rattling guns before. Okay, so far with just the frame, it's amazing. You got the lightweight frame, you got the G10 grips, you got the dovetail, the checkering, everything clean, smooth, beautiful. you know, the hammer, it's skeletonized, which is pretty standard these days. And then your safety. I mean, if you hear it click, you know that that's a nice fit. Okay, so when you carry these 1911s, you carry them cocked and locked. So obviously I didn't want to get the ambi safety on this one. I feel like when I'm carrying the pistol, and this is protected by the, obviously the holster, this part is out in the open. It bumps into the seatbelt of the car, bumps into countertops, whatever. My own wrist could bump into it. There's a million things that make me not do ambi safeties on carry pistols. So I think that it's perfect that this actually comes stock without the ambi safeties, so you don't have to worry about making that a custom feature. It just comes one-sided. Very easy to use, very secure. You know it's locked. Also, slide release. Sorry. Alright, so a little bit of a rookie mistake there. I tried to pull the slide back with the safety on. So let's just chalk that up to, I wanted to prove to you that the safety worked. Alright. The slide release, look at it. Look at how far out that thing pokes. Hope you can see it, because it's perfect. Okay, anybody who owns a Glock knows that you replace these after you start shooting it for a while because you can't release the slide. It's too thin and too pushed against the frame. This is absolutely easy to grab. I'd release it for you right now, but it's not chambered. I don't want to damage the gun, so I'm not going to release it. But it's just the perfect amount of grip on it, and it pokes out perfect. I never understood the reason why it would be flush. These safety pokes out enough. What's the point? You got the mag release, the safety, and the slide reel. So they just did it right. Kimber knows what we want. Pops out, slides down, super, super easy. Look, you can see the angle there. It's really nice. Also, since I brought it up, mag release. I get extenders on my mag releases on a lot of my 1911s. This one pokes out extremely far. There's no hard time getting it. It's there. I mean, I can feel it. It's there. There's no way I'm gonna need to drop the mag and not be able to find this and have trouble getting to it. It's put together perfectly. So Kimber, they come off the assembly line. They don't do the custom guns anymore, but you can tell that they used to, because these guns come off the assembly line perfect. I mean, everything you would want is done. Also, this particular one, it's got the bull barrel, so they're adding that extra weight in the front to prevent recoil because it's a 4-inch. So when you get your 4-inch barrel with your lightweight frame, and it might kick back on you a little bit. So for situations where you need that rapid fire and you want to get back to the neutral zone faster, this is going to help. The full length guide rod is also going to help for getting a nice smooth action when you're cocking it. Just everything about this gun is so smooth. So you're hearing the spring, okay, but you're not hearing friction on the steel. So the slide reel itself is put in here perfectly. You can see it even here. If you look at those lines, it's just, I'm trying to get a good view of it here. This camera, it's an iPhone, just like my last one. So, but look at that fit. I mean, when you get a fit that's that perfect, that means that the frame was built with this slide. So these things might come off the assembly line, but I know they mark their slide reels and their barrels so that the same slide goes to the same barrel even on the assembly line. From the way this thing fits, I'm going to assume they did that with the frame too. I mean, it's a perfect fit. So coming around, it's got a great look at the front. Nothing fancy, just your carry. They didn't sink in the release. You know, they're keeping it keeping it basic. This is your basic carry model. You don't need it to be all beautiful and fancy with all these crazy little gadgets on it. They've got the bull barrel, they've got the lightweight frame, they've got the safety, the slide release and the mag release are way out there. Skeletonized trigger, skeletonized hammer, sorry about that guys. And then over here, what else do we have? You can change out your mag release for left-handed shooters. The lines are immaculate, so you've got, I mean, if you just look, let's see what we can get this camera to do. Okay, these lines in here, all this, it's real smooth. So it's a little bit rough up here, but you can tell that they took their time to machine these edges down real nice. And then where it matters in here, just beautifully done and contoured just right. So they're not taking any shortcuts. Okay, they're making it as customized as they can do. I mean, everything, the triggers perfectly contoured, trigger guard, everything. The care on this gun just is evident. I'm gonna pull that action again for you guys. So Kimber did it again. They made a luxury gun with no frills and put it on the assembly line. This is what you need. As far as the sights go, they're blacked out. A lot of people like that. I don't. I already ordered the replacement sights. I got the Kimber night sights with the green fiber optics. So I'm very excited to get those. I think the black on black on black gun with the night sights is just going to be absolutely beautiful. However, no complaints here on the way it is anyway. It is a little bit harder to see in low light conditions. I was considering a Crimson Trace grip. Obviously it's a carry pistol. Most of your times of need are going to be in low light conditions, so a Crimson Trace might be nice on there to pull up for low light. But either way, I'm going to do the night sights regardless. So that's it. Let's put this in so you can see the fit. It's got a nice flush fit at the bottom. Even when I put in my Wilson Combat mags, it's going to poke out a little bit, but it's a very, very comfortable carry pistol. I cannot wait to shoot this thing, so I'll be following up with a part 2 of this video soon as I go to the range with it. But that's it. If you have a CCW and you want a carry pistol, this is the one. This is absolutely the one. By the way, just to make sure you guys know, I'm not easy. I probably played with 100 guns before picking this one up. Went to a dozen different stores, spent an entire week doing it, compared them all side by side, and when it came down to it, it was just obvious that Kimber's the best. You know, I picked up Springfields, I picked up high-end Smith & Wesson 1911s, picked up, you know, Rock Island Armory, all the top brands with the top prices that guarantee that they're so amazing. And they were. I mean, there were some amazing guns out there. If you had it by itself, I'd fall in love with it. The problem is when you're holding a Smith & Wesson 1911, or you're holding a Kimber or a Springfield, and then you put it down and you immediately pick up a Kimber. You can just feel the luxury in this gun. It's in a class of its own, and it stands out above the rest with no question. Just everything about it. Try it for yourself. Go to the store, grab any Kimber you want. Grab a low model Kimber, grab an entry-level cheap Kimber, and then grab the best Smith & Wesson and the best Springfield you can find, and you're going to come to the same solution that I did, that this is the way to go. So that's it. If you're going to carry, or you just want a nice 4-inch professional size full frame stock, that's it right there. Kimber Pro Carry II. Hope this video helps you guys out in making any decisions. or you just enjoyed the beauty of this amazing gun.